London's notorious witch. Was she a witch or was she just sick of her boyfriends? Did she really bake her boyfriend in the oven on purpose? Or was it a bad game of hide and seek? We about to get into this dark, deadly magic, so expecto patronum. Let's go! What's up? Welcome to This Happened with me, Krystal Lake. A series where I tell you a story that makes you think, this sounds too wild to be true. But let me tell you, my friend, this happened. On today's episode, we're traveling to London and we're talking about Mother Damnable, the witch of Camden Town. This story includes mysterious deaths that aren't actually mysterious, but yeah, warning. I actually felt pretty bad for this lady. I'm like, damn, your life though. Damn. As I tell you the story, you're gonna be like, damn. For those who want to support the research I do, then head over to my Patreon where I include the real files and footage for these stories. Joining my Patreon is a great way to support this page and help me make the funds to keep this platform running. Thank you to those who are already signed up and supporting me so I could get these stories out. Thank you. Now let's get spooky. Camden Town Tube Station wasn't always the tube station. It used to be the home of Mother Damnable. It was an ugly-ass, dingy cottage, but this was a home to an alleged witch. Accused of poisonous acts and murders, people said they saw the devil enter her house in physical form, and then he vanished without a trace. But what did this alleged devil do when he left the house? Well, you about to find out. This whole story is mad sus, but roll with me here. Let's go. So Mother Damnable's name is actually Jinney Bingham, and she had a tough life. She was the loser kid growing up, and it just kept getting worse the more she got older. You know when you might have been the loser kid growing up, you might have gotten made fun of, but you know, sometimes one of them things where you get older and you get into your bag. Am I speaking from experience? No, because I was always popping. But I'm just saying, usually things get better when you get older, but not for Jinney. Things just kept getting worse. She started off life being an outcast, like immediately. And that was because of her parents. And her parents ended up having a terrible death. Before I tell you about that, let me introduce you to her parents. Her dad, Jacob Bingham, was a brickmaker, and he was from Kentish Town, which is like North London. And her mom was a fortune teller. She was thought to be a witch, but I'll get to that later. So Jacob was in the military in Scotland, and Jinney's mom was from Scotland, so that's where they met. The reason her dad was in Scotland was because he was in the military. So yeah, they had a baby, and that was Jinney. And once his military work in Scotland was done, he was able to go back to London now with his new family. He got himself a little sweet thing. He had a little baby, and he's back in London making bricks, building bricks. It's mad brick outside. Well, guess what? It's not gonna be too brick because we're gonna build you a brick house. That was Jacob's whole thing. And then his wife was out here, you know, telling people's fortunes. So yeah, they lived a pretty simple life, but people did not like Jinney's mom because they were like, she's a witch. Like, what do you mean you see the future, you know? So at 16, Jinney got pregnant by a guy named Gypsy George Corder. And because of this, her dad built her a cottage, built her a little home, which is now Camden Town Tube Station. But back then it was just a little dingy cottage. George didn't stay there long because he was killed. Oh! We're gonna get straight into it. The reason he was killed was because the town accused him of stealing sheep, so he was sent to the gallows to be hanged. I'm just thinking like, damn, because he stole a sheep? Mind you, this is the 1600s, so they were savage. If this happened to me, I'd have been like, dead ass? Like, because I killed a sheep? The sheep's life is more important than me? Like, are you dead serious? I know that if I was born during those times, I would have died over something stupid, and it would have been something I said or something stupid that I did. I probably would have went to the pastor's daughter and would have been like, yeah, ass is fat. And then got called a witch because, you know, I'm gay.
I told him I ain't know about no LGBTQ. For all I know, it means let God be true quickly.
If you were born during this time, what would you be down for? Like, do you think you would have actually lived a life Or do you think you would have been sent to the gallows because you said something reckless? Or you might have stolen some bread or something? Back to Jinney, yeah. So Jinney is sad, obviously, because her boo just died. I hate my neighbors, seriously. We get it. You have a motorcycle. Calm down. I hate motorcycles. Anyways, so yeah, Jinney was sad. But guys, what is the best way to get over someone? Getting under someone. Ding, 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 ding. Do, 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 do. Damn, my therapist would be so mad at me right now. But did I lie? No. Maybe. So welcome Jinney's new boo, Darby. This was a terrible relationship. Darby was abusive and he drank a lot. Jinney didn't really have people to go to because, you know, she was seen as a weirdo. They'd be like, look at you and your weird ass mom out here doing witch stuff, you freaking weirdo. The only person she really had to go to was her mom. So she went to her mom and was like, yo, what do I do with this guy? Like, how do I deal with him? And her mom gave her advice. She listened, and then suddenly Darby vanished with no trace, and the town was shook. After Jinney took her mom's advice, she was still stressed, lonely again, and it was about to get a whole lot worse. There was a little girl who died in the town, and the town blamed it on Jinney's parents and said they killed her through witchcraft. Her parents were both sent to be hanged. Now Jinney was on her own like never before. Imagine just being the weird person in the town and then you're just getting blamed for everything. Somebody was like, oh, that kid died? Probably that witch and her husband. And the husband was just laying bricks, like he's just guilty by association. They were like, oh, you got a weird ass wife. Jinney didn't deserve this. But it's okay, because once again, what was the rule? How do you get over someone? Get under someone. Ding, 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 ding. Get under someone. Yes. Jinney got into a new relationship. So Jinney's new relationship was with a guy named Pitcher. Once again, this relationship sucked. They argued and they fought a lot. And then one day he just disappeared. People were like, what happened to him? Where did he go? He's dealing with that witch girl. She got rid of that other guy. Where is my man's? As they were looking for Pitcher, they found his remains in her oven. So yeah, they said straight to the court you go. She's in court. Everyone was like, she obviously did it. She's sitting there like, this is the end. I guess this is how I die. But then out of nowhere, some lady stands up in the court and defends her. And she said that Pitcher had a habit of hiding in the oven to escape Jinney's sharp tongue. Jinney was roasting his ass so much that he was like, I can't take this anymore. It would just crawl in the oven. I mean, I'm not really buying it. I'm not sure if you're buying it, but I'm not.
You have to ask God.
Imagine you're packing that much heat. Your mouth is just reckless that someone's like, you know what? I'm crawling in the oven because I don't even want to hear this. Like, I'm going to go in my hidey hole. My man's went into the hidey hole. So, yeah, that's what she said. And that ended up saving Jinney. It was ruled that he fell asleep and died accidentally. So the court let Jinney go. But obviously the town was like, what the hell? What? Honestly, the way they were getting away with things back then is mad. But yeah, she became shunned by society after that trial. The town already didn't like her, but now they're like, nah, hell nah. The village started naming her all these different things, like all these different nicknames. So she was Mother Damnable, Mother Redcap, which I will tell you how she earned that name later on. The Shrew of Kentish Town, and basically a hoe. Hoes are fun, so go on, Jinney. Shake that ass for Drake. Now shake that ass for me. Don't shake that ass for Drake. Just shake it for me. Well, Jinney's dead, so she can't even shake it for me. But you, shake that ass for me. So Jinney became an outcast and started to hide away from society. And then since she was known as the witch of the town, anything that went wrong in Camden, people blamed her. Say someone drops their coffee, it's like, damn, Mother Damnable, you just up my day. Say someone in the town dies from anything, from a sickness, it's her. Like, people were blaming her for everything. She was like the curse of the town. To make it even worse, people would stand outside her house and constantly shout mean things all the time. But yeah, since nobody in the town liked her, she went years without another lover. But one day that changed. In the 1640s, during the English Civil War, a man started banging on her door. And you know, she's probably thinking like, does he even know where he's at? And no, he didn't know. She opens the door and he's like, I really need some shelter. I'm trying to hide from these people that are trying to hunt me down. He said that he would pay her and she took him in. Then soon he became her lover. They even had a famous criminal friend named Moll Cutpurse, who I actually want to do an episode on because this person sounds so interesting. Moll was known for getting it on with men and women. Back then, it was seen as like a big no-no. And she was like, I don't care. Bend that ass over. Moll was like, shake that ass for Drake. Shake that ass for me. Shake that ass for Moll. Shake that ass for Jinney. Yeah, I don't know what's going on in that cottage, but it could have been something. Yeah, I ain't mad at it. If I was about to be cooped up in a cottage, I might as well make it a fun cottage, you know? So yeah, Jinney and that guy, they were together for years, but that wouldn't last long. Shocker. The people in the neighborhood would overhear them having really loud arguments. Then one day it stopped. What do you think happened? Yup. Her lover was found dead. The town accused Jinney of poisoning him, but the court ruled it wasn't enough evidence. They couldn't find poison in his body, but also like back then, they wouldn't have had the right things to really figure out a murder unless like, you know, you were caught in the act. The people of the town was just like, how is she getting away with this? This is wild. Like, she really has bodies out here. And that led everyone to believe that she was dabbling in dark magic. They were already calling her a witch, but now they were like, nah, she really is one because she's getting away with all of these murders. Once again, years go on and now she's getting old. She became lonely and old. And the only thing she had with her was her big black cat. This cat was her only friend. This cat was actually really popular in the town because anytime people would come up to her window and try to curse her out and call her all these names, she would yell back along with her cat that would chase people away. And apparently the cat was gigantic, like it was huge. So yeah, people started to nickname her Mother Red Cap because she would wear this red cap to hide her baldness. It was just part of her daily drip. She would always wear a red cap. So that's not even like a dig, Mother Red Cap. Like, so people don't know how to roast. If I was in the 1600s, it would have been over for these bitches. I would have been roasting everyone. Plus, people were looking mad crazy back then. I'd have been coming for everybody. Damn. That's how I would die. I feel like I would roast somebody way too hard and they were like, Krystal's mad mean. Now I'm on her ass. I'm gonna say she did something wild. I'm gonna tell the court. The court's gonna believe them because I'm black. Or because, you know, I wouldn't be the popular person because I'd be roasting people. And then there I would be, dead. Damn. Well, thank God I'm living in this generation. This generation rules the nation. Okay. Back to the story. Jinney would only get visits when she was doing fortune telling. She would basically do healing stones, love potions, potions for enemies. She also dabbled in astrology, palm reading. So trust me, if she was here today, I'm telling you there would be a line of gays wrapping around her building because one thing about the gays, we gonna want our tarot cards read. We're gonna want the astrology. We're gonna want to hear about the love potions. She was doing that and that's what was keeping her busy. She was also pretty lucky that her dad built her a whole cottage, so she was able to get by. So yeah, she would get customers, but the thing that sucked is if something bad happened to people in the future after they just got their fortune told, they would always blame her. Getting blamed for everything, you know. Say someone gets cheated on in the town. Like, they're gonna blame her. Now here's the next turn in the story. Because one day, her life will change forever. Literally. And I mean it. I really mean it. So listen. In 1680, people saw the devil walk inside of her home, apparently. And when the devil left, Jinney was found dead in front of her fireplace, clutching onto a crutch by a teapot full of all these potions, which was really like herbs and liquids and drugs. It was also said that someone gave the potion to her cat, and then the cat's fur fully fell off in 2 hours. Then the cat died. And that is how Nair was invented, y'all. That's it. I'm just kidding. But imagine, actually wonder how Nair was made. I think that should be an episode if it's interesting. I'll let you know in the comments if it is. What I actually think went down is that a villager killed her and people from the town were watching and they were like on the lookout. Then they claimed to see the devil so they could back up the story. What do you think happened? Do you actually believe that a devil walked into the home? Because there was a group of people that were like, we saw the devil. We saw the devil go into the building and that's it. No one got charged for murder or anything. They just found her dead. And then after, Jinney's place became oh my god, hang up. So yeah, Jinney's place ended up becoming a tourist attraction over the years, and someone realized that they could get mad money out of this, and they started selling drinks with the sign that read Mother Redcap. And that is how a pub was born. That sounds like such a British thing to do, you know. It was the 18th century and this pub was getting business, but then the pub ended up being demolished. But decades later, it was rebuilt. And in 1985, it was renamed from Mother Redcap to the World's End Pub. And if you wanted to visit it today, it's still there. I was able to gather actual footage of some of the pieces in this story, and I put these files in a scrapbook. To see this, head to my Patreon. I also included a few of my personal takes, but yeah. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps me out because it tells the platform that this is a good video. So it sends it out to more people, which in return tells me that I should continue making content like this. This is my first episode. Hopefully it does well. Tell me if you liked it or not. I hope you enjoyed today's episode of This Happened with me, Krystal Lake. I'll see you in the next one. Okay. It's getting weird. Bye.